Did you know that choosing the wrong application class for your natural health product could delay your launch by months? Whether you're aiming for speed or working on something more innovative, knowing how Health Canada classifies NHPs can save you time, money, and frustration. Let's look at how monographs shape the application process and what that means for your product. Hi, I'm Andrew Parshad from Quality Smart Solutions. I've been in the regulatory space for over 20 years now, helping brands bring natural health products to the Canadian market with confidence and compliance. At QSS, we support brands through every step of the regulatory process. And today, we're going to break down the 3 NNHPD application classes, Class 1, 2, and 3, and how understanding the difference can help you move faster and smarter through Health Canada's system. The Natural and Non-Prescription Health Products Directorate, or NNHPD, developed a library of monographs to help speed up the review process for NHPs. Each monograph includes pre-cleared information, things like acceptable ingredients, claims, dosages, safety data, and labeling requirements that Health Canada has already reviewed and approved. When your product follows an existing monograph, you can skip the deeper scientific review, which means faster approvals and fewer surprises. But not every product fits into a monograph, and that's exactly where the application classes come in. As I mentioned, Health Canada organizes NHP applications into 3 classes. Those are Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. So let's start with Class 1. That's the simplest. This is the most straightforward. If your formulation follows a monograph exactly, which means no changes, no tweaks, no falling outside of those parameters, then this is your class. Now, it's the fastest to approve, typically around 60 days, non-binding, but it's also the most restrictive. There's no flexibility here. Now, Class 2 comes into play when you need a little bit more leeway. This one applies to products that follow multiple monographs. Again, there's very little wiggle room here, and you still need to stay within Health Canada's ranges within the monograph. Also, Class 2 takes approximately 90 to 120 days to review and license. Finally, Class 3, the most complex category. This is for everything else, such as novel product ingredients, unique combinations, anything that falls outside the parameters of what's already pre-approved in the monographs. It requires a full scientific review, a dossier is prepared, and the review process takes longer than 210 days. So if you bring something innovative, this is likely your path. But of course, be prepared for more documentation, more time, and closer regulatory scrutiny. If you've never looked at a monograph before, here's what you'll find. First, you'll see a list of acceptable ingredients, both active and non-medicinals, which are listed in the NHP ID. Then you'll find approved composition ranges telling you exactly how much of each ingredient can be used. Next, the monograph outlines specific health claims that are supported by scientific evidence. And finally, you'll get a breakdown of the quality, safety, and manufacturing standards you're expected to follow. Your formulation should align with each of these areas, otherwise you're moving into Class 2 or Class 3 territory. Skipping this step is a common mistake, and it leads to rejection notices, delays, or full resubmissions. Non-medicinal ingredients matter too. Things like carriers, stabilizers, flavors, colorants must also be listed and approved in your license application. And yes, quality control is part of the picture. Your batch testing, stability data, GMP compliance all tie back to what's outlined in the monograph. If your labeling or formulation deviates from those standards, it could lead to delays or worse, a rejected submission. Monographs do more than just get your product approved. They help ensure consistency in your claims, trust with consumers, and confidence from retailers and healthcare professionals. They also give you a marketing edge. You can speak to ingredients and claims that Health Canada already recognizes. And if your product doesn't fit a monograph, well, that's okay. But you'll need a strong case for safety, quality, and efficacy under Class 3. We get a lot of questions from clients when they're trying to decide how to move forward with an NHP submission. So let's go over a few of the most common ones. One we hear all the time is, do I have to follow the monographs? And the short answer is yes, unless you're applying under a Class 3 with full supporting evidence. Now, sticking to the monograph keeps your application in a Class 1 or Class 2, which means faster review, but it's restricted. Another big one, can I still apply if my product doesn't fit a monograph? And yes, absolutely. That's what Class 3 is for. Just know that it comes with longer timelines and more documentation. You'll need to show safety, quality, and efficacy in a lot more detail. Then there's which class is the best. The honest answer is it really depends. If speed is a priority and product is straightforward, go with Class 1. If you're doing something more innovative, you're probably landing into a Class 3. Class 2 is a solid middle ground. You need a little bit of flexibility and you have multiple monographs you're referencing. And finally, what if my application gets rejected? Well, the truth is that Health Canada may issue a rejection notice, and that can delay your launch, cost you time and money, and sometimes even require you to start over. That's why getting your classification right from the start is so important. All right, let's zoom out for a second. This whole conversation about application classes might seem too technical, but it has very real consequences. Choosing the wrong path can delay your launch, drain your resources, and throw off your entire timeline. Getting it right through, though, that's how you stay efficient and stay competitive. At Quality Smart Solutions, we help companies navigate Class 1, 2, and 3 submissions. We interpret monographs and help you make confident decisions from day one. We've been doing this for nearly 20 years and literally thousands of times now. So if you're feeling unsure about which class your product fits into, or you just want to make sure everything's done right the first time, we'd be happy to help you through it. That's what we're here for. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.